Elohim, doesn't matter what you call it, it's beyond anything that you could ever possibly fathom, but it is the fullness of that which you are. It is the fullness of the intelligence that is on every atom and every cell of your being. The creator, the intelligence of existence, does not get sick, and it does not die. And so any real healing has to happen in the spirit first, where you remember who you be, what you are, and where you care, truly care, to be in the order of the laws that govern you, that govern all. When we can turn on the television and look and see being played out homosexual activity and all the kissing and the making love and the heterosexual activity and all of the love making, and what they're doing is not called really love making, but you can see it on the television. I mean, that's something you're supposed to have in your private, you understand? Now, why is you come to a point and place where you would submit to doing this in front of a camera for millions of people to watch? I don't quite get that, but this is part of the issues that we're dealing with in this modern day, in timelessness, that our ethics, our morals are to be questioned because we have no care to really be realigned and reattuned to our inherent divinity. That we think that the nature of people is wickedness, evil, working against life, doing stupid stuff. People grow and get older and never come to the point and place within themselves where they have committed to doing that which is in their own best interest. Those people get older. We've been socialized to be on the path of adulteration so that by 21 we are pronounced adult. And adult is short for adulterated, no longer what the Creator intended. And our education, miseducation, our religious training, our political and social training has put us in a position that by the time our hormones start raging and whatnot, we do not have an ounce of maturity to understand the significance of what it is to be wombed man, to have a womb where when you bring someone up in you, there's a possibility that you're going to activate everything to create these other beings that will come into the world through your womb. And then you have no idea what to do with a being. You treat it as you were treated. Put you over there to the side. Put you over here. Say the baby's born, we're going to take it to daycare. Baby's born, we're going to shoot it up with monkey pus and arsenic and formaldehyde and all of that and call that immunization. And an abomination. Stupidity reigns supreme. The inability to care to do what's in one's own best interest. You can't follow these people. You've got to be trailblazing. You have to be willing to stand as everybody's falling. Everybody's falling. I went on the Facebook page and I put in the sister's name and realized that the sister had died. And I'm like, oh wow. The sister was very powerful, one of the most powerful psychic intuitives I'd ever met. She was buried on the same day that Sister and Jerry here passed, which is the same day that my brother's birthday. It's like this day is like 6/24. It's just like a really, I'm like, this day is really amazing. And I remember 15 years ago us having these conversations about changing the diet, and I looked at her picture and I realized she never did. And so you all are making choices as to what you will do with what you hear. You're making choices as to how the news and the media and the television and other ones impact and affect you. You are making these choices. I cannot do anything about the choices that you make. I consciously seek to inspire you to make the greatest choices on behalf of your greater good. That's not what McDonald's and Burger King and the rest of them are committed to. The people who have access to you through prime time advertising, who are paying millions of dollars for 30 seconds, are not your friends. They are not truth sayers. They are not prophets. They are commercial bastardizers. They want to make sure that they sell as much poison as possible. They have no real regard. You think that you're protected by the Food and Drug Administration, which allows so many chemicals, so many drugs to be approved without any studies. To really come to a point and place where you have to realize that even though we dwell in the presence of an absolute and supreme presence, that the conspiracies to make sure that you are not walking in the integrity of who you are as an absolute and supreme presence, as a divine spirit of light, as a mother of light. You understand, right here, right now, so many of us, gender, we're female or male, but we're women or men. We are the wombed man, the perpetuator of lineages, or the progenitor of lineages, and we're daughters and sons and granddaughters and grandsons and great-granddaughters and great-grandsons and great-great-great-granddaughters and great-great-great-grandsons and great-great-great-great. You understand how far we go back? The greatness that is in us, it's in us, and in this now moment, those of us who are mothers and fathers, we're also grandmothers and grandfathers, great-grandmothers and great-grandfathers, great-great-grandmothers and great-great-grandfathers and great-great, and so our destiny should be greatness, our past is greatness, but what about your now?